If your story feels like it's moving but not building, or your scenes feel disconnected or flat, you might be missing one of the most useful tools in storytelling: scene and sequel. Scene and sequel is a really simple structure, but once you understand it, it changes everything. A scene is action. It's when something happens. The character has a goal, they try to reach it, and something gets in their way. A sequel is what comes right after that. It's the character reacting to what just happened, processing, making decisions, setting up the next move. Think of it like this. The scene is the punch. The sequel is the breath you take afterwards, and the choice to throw the next punch. So why does this matter for your writing? Scene and sequel gives your story rhythm. It creates cause and effect. Action leads to reaction. Choice leads to consequence. When you skip the sequel, your story can feel rushed or disjointed. When you skip the scene, it can feel slow and introspective without momentum. But when you use both in balance, that's when you keep the reader moving and emotionally engaged. Because we're not just watching events unfold, we're watching a character grow and respond. A strong sequel does more than just let a character react. It builds tension. What are the consequences of what just happened? What new problem did it create? How is the character feeling, and how will that shape what they do next? A sequel might be a paragraph of reflection, or it could be a whole chapter of fallout. Either way, it should always lead to a decision, something that sets up the next scene with purpose and drive. Here's how you can use it in your own writing. When you write a scene, ask, what does the character want? What stands in their way, and what's the outcome? And then in the sequel, ask, how do they feel about what just happened? What new questions or problems have emerged? What will they do next? Scene and sequel works in every genre. In romance, it might be a flirty conversation followed by self-doubt. In a thriller, it might be a failed escape followed by regrouping and planning. In fantasy, it might be a battle followed by grief or triumph. The key is connection. Let each beat naturally lead into the next one. Scene and sequel gives your story momentum and meaning. It's how you build tension, develop character, and keep readers turning the pages. So the next time your story feels stuck, don't just write more action. Ask what needs to happen next, and then what your character will do with it.